All right. Perfect. Okay. welcome, everybody. We are here at Thermy. So, yeah. Let's get into it. We're going to be hitting 8K KC this stream. Unfortunate. Let's get into it. Just got to find an open world. And let's get some music going as well. Let's see. Let's just find an open world with decent ping. Is this one open? Okay. Let's get this pet. We have 155 chances at the pet. And we want to switch this attack to Ice Blitz. That way we're not freezing any of the little guys around the edges. And yeah, this is going to be the stream, basically. Is just farcasting at Thermy. And seeing if we don't get the pet drop. Then halfway through you kind of need to refreeze them. And let's see if we can't just mess around with our inventory a little bit. Unfortunate, he came forward. Let's just wait for him to back off a little bit. Perfect. Here we go. So yeah, this is the stream. Just hoping for... I mean, occults are nice. Smoke Battle Staff is okay. Not super exciting. The drops here aren't great. Only drop I'm looking for is the Thermy pet. And I just gotta keep telling myself, it could be any one of these kills. Let's redrop that, pick up the Rune Simi. So yeah. Let's see if we get lucky. Not much else to say about the grind itself. It's a pretty brain-dead content, much like the Kraken. Unfortunately, the Kraken and Thermy are very underwhelming pets to go for because the fight is just so boring, I guess. But it gives me time to chat and think about what I'm doing with the rest of my account. At the moment, we're very low on Slayer points, only 77 Slayer points. So I do need to do some maybe like Turiel skipping or something to grind up enough points to get another Araxor task, or at least a few Araxor tasks. But we could get lucky and get a back-to-back task here if Thermy, or if Slayer Master decides to be nice to me with the Slayer Cape bonus. Which has really helped a lot to speed up these grinds, because you never know uh, how long it's going to be between the tasks you want. And at this point, there's only 2 tasks that I want. And there's a good number of tasks that I'll do that I don't mind. Like, I'll do Necreals, because Necreals are rather fast if you're just bursting in the catacombs. And same with, like, Dust Devils. But the only tasks I really want are Thermy and Araxor. Freeze you, good sir. And there are other methods to killing Thermy, like the redemption method. There's also, like, teleport to house, refill your spec, and then... Man, I can't catch a freeze, can I? Teleport to house, refill your spec, run in, and spec him out. Which I guess saves you a bit of time, but it's way more effort, and I'd rather just do the far casting method. I could also bring the Explorer's Ring, because the Explorer's Ring helps with Alks while you're on the Ancient Spellbook, but I don't think it's too big of a deal. Could bring it next time, maybe. Unfortunate, he came forward a little bit, so we got to step back. And the kills here are, like, super quick, so... This task should not take super long. Drops that, pick up another Rune Simi. Perfect. Show me the pet drop. Grapes. Unfortunate. And I don't mind camping Augury here, because it doesn't make a huge difference. The big difference is the Saturated Heart that gives us, like, a huge DPS boost. 2, 3, and now we can freeze him again. Because there's a delay between when you can freeze him. Diamonds. Diamonds aren't really worth picking up. I mean, they're stackable, so it's kind of nice, but... The big drop we're looking for is the pet. And 145 kills shouldn't take us too long. Snapdragon seeds, those are nice. Grab those. Unfortunate. Didn't kill him in time. There we go. Another rune sim. He's dropping a lot of, like, alcohols. Usually you don't get as many alcohols, you get more shit drops. There's only one thing we care about, and we're overrate for it. I was thinking earlier today of someone mentioned beekeeping. Gotta wait for him to go back a little bit. Someone mentioned beekeeping, and I remember as a kid there was like it was like a non-denominational like monastery kind of thing, and they had I think it's called an apiary. They raised bees, and they would sell the honey as like at like farmers markets and things like that. It's a really cool place. They had like classes, and a lot of people there were of a whole bunch of different faiths. They had like a nature walk. Ooh, tuna potatoes, those are nice. They had like a nature walk where at certain points in the nature walk there were like different shrines, or little, yeah, shrines is probably the best word, to different religions. There was like Native American, Islam, Judaism, Christianity, Shinto, and I think Buddhist as well. So they were all, it was like maybe a mile walk in total. But it was a nice little nature walk, and it was cool to see all of those different things all together in the same space. I thought it was neat growing up. And of course you gotta have a little gift shop. It had a little gift shop. Big hits. Think big, hit big. Yeah, this is more like regular drops, as smoke runes, air runes, maybe like desert goat horn. Drop table here is not very exciting. Neither is the boss. But it's the only place you can get a smoke battle staff from. One of the places you can get the dragon chain body from. We can look at the collection log here at the end of this trip. because I may be running low on prayer pots here. It's really the limiting factor, because he does drop quite a bit of food. So... Hey, we've got no more space to walk back, so we're just gonna hope we hit big enough to not take too much damage. Yeah, and the damage is typeless, so you can't really pray against it. It rolls against your mage defense, which is why Augury and the Imbued Heart are nice. I don't know if the Imbued Heart does anything for your mage defense. I think it does, just because your mage defense is... I could be wrong, but I think your mage defense is based somewhat on your mage level. There we go. More coins. And we could get a prayer potion drop here. Oh, sorry, bumped the microphone with my elbow. Could get some prayer potion drops here. He drops Sand Fuse. I think Super Restores. Maybe not Super Restores. But definitely drops prayer potions and Sand Fuse. Although I don't think I would be using Sand Fuse that drop here, because Sand Fuse are a little bit more expensive. Might want to hold on to those for, like, challenge mode raids. Uh-oh. You are too close, buddy. Back up. Back up. There you go. Unfortunate, got the double freeze when we didn't need to. That's a lot of damage we lost out on. Oh. Some kebabs. Can go grab that next kebab after this kill. Ah, Mystic Staff, nice. Take that, take a kebab, and freeze them. Hit the Imbued again. Another Mystic Air Staff. Gonna be coming out of here with a lot of alkables. Rune chain body. Let's just eat the kebab to get some space for that. Unfortunate. Freeze him again. Oh. Ugh. A crystal key. Crystal keys are nice. I can go... I haven't gotten anything super incredible from the Priptinus crystal keys. But it's worth a shot. I mean, I've got like 10 banked already, so that'll make 11. We can maybe level 11 chances at the Dragonstone armor. There we go. Yeah, I don't think it's worth taking the Explorer's Ring here, because trips are short enough that we can just bank all of this stuff. There we go. Sometimes the freeze kills him. Soul runes? Do I have space for that in the rune pouch, or is my full up on soul runes? Yeah, I'm pretty full up on soul runes. One thing this does do is really eat through your shadow charges. You can do this with like less than a shadow, definitely. Anything that can farcast, really. It's just how many times you're gonna need to freeze it. With the shadow, it's only like once or twice that you need to freeze it. Without the shadow, it's quite a bit more. Hit the imbued. More diamonds. Freeze him again. More magic logs, we can take those. $123 kills left. Show it to me, Thermy. Show me the pet. Oh, I'm just straight up freezing it now. Forgot to switch back to the shadow. Some coins. Might as well pick up the diamonds because we have space for it. Freeze and shadow. Some kebab drops, okay. Not really super important because we're down to our last dose of prayer, so. Gonna teleport out here. More diamonds. We'll see what we get before we run out of prayer, and then I think I can take a look at the collection log. Unless we get a prayer potion drop here. That could be good. Smoke runes. Oh, someone got 75 farming. That's nice. And freeze. Didn't get the freeze. Now we got the freeze. Last kill of the trip. Let's see it. What do we get, Thermy? Nothing. Alright, let's go bank. Hit the pool. Grand exchange. Oh. Alright. Back to it. We can check out, we got 11 keys so far, so, yeah. 3 mil in the loot tab so far. That's just general loot that I don't have, that's mostly alchables. A lot of loot comes in the form of, like, resources, and that goes into this tab, and then, herb drops, secondary drops, and then this is a whole bunch of hunter stuff. And then this is just straight up food. This is my food, and also, I mean, I'm not maxed yet, and now I don't really need the dragon fruit pies because I'm already 99 fletching. Don't need mushroom pies, 99 crafting. Botanical pies I could use for herb lore, and then wild pies for slayer, but I'm already 99 slayer, so yeah. And then runes, bones, and heads. Ensouled heads, ashes, and also like boss heads. KQ heads or Exite heads, Dark Claws, Abyssal head, you know. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these bone shards and Sunkissed bones, because unless there's another use for them besides prayer XP, I don't know what I could use them for. Gear tab, weapons tab, skilling outfits tab, and also for some reason I have my the void in here. Could put the void in here, but that would take some more organization that I don't want to do right now. And then general loot tab. And this tab is like currencies, you know, coins, crystal shards, gold nuggets, all that. Currencies, got the dark totem in here. Got some like useful items like Ash Sanctifier, Holy Range, Soul Bearer, Herb Sack, Gem Bag, Hunter's Kit, Tackle Box, Fish Barrel, and then keys. A lot of keys go in here. And then also just miscellaneous stuff like clue scrolls, pet jars. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these jars. Then also have the charged ice and coagulated venom for when I get those pets. So yeah, oh yeah, and the second tab is teleports and clue scroll items. So yeah, a lot of this stuff is clue scroll related. But yeah, that's what I got going on for those. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The rest, dark crabs. And let's go look at the collection log real quick. Collection log for where is it? Thermy. 9 chain bodies, 7 jars of smoke, 17 smoke battle staffs, 25 occult necklaces, and 0 smoke devil pets, which is what we're looking for right here. Uh-oh, give me a second. Oh. Excuse me. Let me go ahead and can I do just a display capture? Okay. Chance at the drop. 1 out of 3,000. Number of kills. By the end of it, we have 118 left. So 118. 118 plus 7,971 equals 8,089. So 8,089 number of drops so far, 0. So by the end of this task, we will have hit a 93% chance at having 1 out of 1 drop. 93% chance. That's incredibly unlucky if we don't get it. And a 6% chance of us having exactly 0 drops so far. So, Thermy, you heard the numbers. I hope Thermy heard the numbers, because that's just exactly what I need. Alright, we're back at Thermy. Just give me a second. I gotta go get some water. Okay, I am back. Let's get back to Thermy. Just went over the drop rate. 1 out of 3,000, and we are getting closer to the 8K milestone. Hit the heart, Ray Augury, and kill this guy. Problem with drop rates is it's not like... It's weird how the calculation works. If something says like it's a 1 out of 3,000 chance to get it, imagine you have a 3,000-sided die, and every time you kill it, you're rolling that die. And you only get the drop if the roll is... if the roll independently lands with the 1 out of 3,000 side up. So the calculation is a little bit different for independent events, I think it's called. Because each kill is an independent roll on the drop table. It doesn't care whether it's the first time you've killed it or the 10,000th time you've killed it. That's why people sometimes say, like, oh, you're just as likely to get the drop on 1 KC as you are on 100 KC, as you are on 1,000, as you are on 10,000. It's all the same likelihood. It's just whether or not you roll with the 1 out of 3,000 facing up. But I feel like we'll get it eventually. Eventually. Like right here? No. It could happen anytime. This is why I was, like, unsure about this stream, because there's really not much to say about Thermy. Or while doing Thermy. What the hell is going on outside? Do you hear that? I think my noise suppression is canceling it out, but someone is... like a restaurant next to me that's, like, got a party going on or something. I don't know. But it is loud. Mystic Fire Staff, that's nice. 7,977 KC. Oh, I'm sorry, Bubba. Do you not like the noise? Go. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go, 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 go. I think my dog was gonna crawl in. I have two dog beds. One is sort of like outside, sort of in the middle of the room when she wants to like look around at things and see what I'm doing. And then there's another one that's in the closet because if she wants to hide a little bit or if she wants to sleep, it's a little bit darker in there and a little bit quieter so she can sort of lay down and not get disturbed while I'm up and about. But I swear, as soon as I stand up from my desk or like I open my door, she jumps out of bed and she's like, "Where are we going? What's going on?" As soon as I'm up, she's up too. So, but especially, oh, I think they stopped the music. Probably because they got a noise complaint. Jeez. Maroon Battle Axe. Oh no, music's back on. Okay. Missed that one. Hit that one. Okay, perfect. I mean, it is like a college town, so I can't be surprised that there's like parties going on and all that. But it's just inconvenient that it's very loud and right next to my apartment. It's not super late yet. I'm sure they'll well, I hope they'll end at a reasonable time so I can get to sleep, because I have like an appointment tomorrow at like 11 and I don't want to be kept up all night. Just thought I'd see if I don't get lucky at this task. Alright, got the freeze. Hit the heart again. Wonder how long I forgot to hit the heart. When I'm talking to myself, sometimes I forget that the saturated heart is there and that it's very useful to have. Ugh, fire talisman, gross. Roll the die one more time. Nope. Let's see if we don't get it on this one. Coins. Not quite what we're looking for. Luckily, it's a very easy task. And then maybe after this, I can go try for the back-to-back with the Slayer Cape perk. And that would be nice if we got the back-to-back. Because, look at me, I'm already talking like, oh man, 8,000 KC isn't enough. Yeah, I'll get the back-to-back task and do like, maybe 3,000 or 4,000 more KC, and then I'll get the pet. You know, I've already got that, that acceptance. I've gone through all the stages of grief and have accepted that I'm gonna be here for like 100 more hours to get the pet. Hopefully that's not the case, but we'll find out. We will find out. Molten glass, nothing special. No, that was a tinderbox drop. Like, yes, the drops here are extremely underwhelming. Probably because this is such an easy boss. It's just been farmed to death and back, and everyone does it. And I'm kind of upset that I've gone dry for this one, because normal Smoke Devils are pretty good, like, Slayer XP an hour. And they're pretty easy to do when you burst them. So I was like, well, if I get the pet early, I can still do this task while going for other Slayer pets. Unfortunately, we've gotten pretty much all the other Slayer pets before we got Thermy. So yeah, just this and Araxor left, and then we're done with Slayer. Not like done, I still need the, like, combat achievements for a lot of things, and if I want to go for, like, green log, then I can do that as well. But for the most part, Slayer is pretty much done for me. I never got an imbued heart from Slayer or an enhanced Slayer gem. Just a whole bunch of superiors, but no luck. And then once I'm done with Slayer, I'll be free to, like... I think I want to... After Slayer, I'm probably going to go for the DT2 pets. Because those are just really good money. Those are really good money when I'm not doing, like, a CM or learning the other two raids. I have to check what the pet chance is at, like... I know at TOA, or Theater of Blood, it's like 1 out of 700, somewhere around there. Maybe that's for a hard mode, I'm not sure. But if I just do enough Theater of Blood, I'll definitely get the pet. And again, with TOA, I think it depends on your raid scale or your invocations. But I want to get good at both of those raids as well. Grammy Toad Flax. We got a stack of that going already. Could use a food drop here, that would be nice. Nothing. Eight more kills, and we're at the 8,000 kill count mark. Soul Rune. Thermy, be nice to me. I haven't been nice to you. I've been killing you for a very long time, but you can be nice to me. And then I'll stop killing you, and we won't have to ever do this again. Coins. Hit the freeze. And let's kill him. I have a friend visiting from out of state this weekend, so I want to take him to. There's a cool poke place that I like. I'm not a huge fan of raw fish, but the way they prepare it, it's pretty nice. I mean, raw fish by itself isn't great, but if it's prepared correctly, I think it's really good. I'm a fan of sushi and poke bowls, but there's a sushi place near my house that I haven't tried yet. I don't know if it's good or not, so maybe I'll try it tomorrow, and if it's good, I'll see if they want to go there. There's also a good ramen place, like, kinda close by. It's a drive to go there, but it's alright. I mean, they have really good ramen, but I don't know if it's worth the drive to go there. Right. Could do with a food drop here, Thermy. That would be nice. About to run out on the saturated heart. Get the saturated heart, and yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try the sushi place near me tomorrow. And if it turns out alright, then I'll be like, hey, we could go here. There's sushi. I tried the Mexican place that opened up recently nearby. There's like 2 Mexican places within walking distance. One of them is like really good. The other one is kind of corporate. Not really the most... It's very greasy and not really... presentation's not great. The other place is like a very small mom and pop kind of place, and I think that's a lot better. I definitely want to, I like going to the smaller, like, more locally owned restaurants near me. Onyx Bolt tips, those are nice. The locally owned stuff is I think a lot better than a lot of the sort of chain restaurants around me. I worked at some of the chain restaurants around me, and it's a mixed bag. Some of them are better than others, some of them are worse. A lot of the time it's not like an indictment on the company as much as it is on like the employees who work there. Saying that as a former employee is kind of an admission of guilt, but at the same time, like, working there was not great for me. 8,000, we hit the big 8K. Let's tell the clan chat. Or the clan. Go and drive for the pet. What can you do? Hit the big 8,000. We got 89 kills left in this task. Let's see if we don't get spooned. Spooned a pet. Not necessarily spooned, but still. I consider it lucky whenever you get a pet. Sometimes it takes longer than expected, but you're still getting lucky when you get one. More toad plaques. That's some more bruised if I ever get the bird's nests. I should go through all my herbs and just make a whole bunch of potions, because I need to get my herb lore up anyway. And instead of selling all the herbs, I might as well just turn them into potions. I'd be surprised if I go triple the drop rate for this pet. I mean, it's not impossible to go like 3 times dry, 4 times dry, 5 times dry, 6 times dry, 7 times dry, 8 times dry, 9 times dry, 10 times dry. But if I go 10 times dry, I think I'll just give up at this pet. No, at that point I'd sunk cost fallacy, you know, it's like, I've been here for 10,000 kills. Or 30,000, that would be 10 times tries, 30,000 kills. Perfect timing to run out of prayer pots. Because we're also about to run out of food. Alright, what do we got? Smoke runes. Stay for a few more kills until we run out of food, and then we'll bank and resupply. But only 84 kills left to go. Rune Sim. Okay. Let's see. Prism and Farcast. Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst pet to go dry for. I think Araxor is a lot worse to go dry for. Because there, I'm not even getting any drops. I'm not getting any drops, and I'm already, like, more than double the drop rate on it. Rune and arrows, not really worth taking. I mean, I guess there's no point not to take them, right? Because I have all the inventory space for them. Oh. 8,008, and we got a tinderbox drop. Kind of a boring task. I wish I got a chance to try Thermy in the most recent leagues. Because apparently the league's bosses were a lot more interesting and fun. Like, Hellfight Queen was a lot more interesting. How many KC per hour? Maybe like 100. 100 is probably a fair estimate. Let's resupply. I'm out of prayer. Yeah, I'd say maybe like 100 to maybe 125. Kills are pretty quick. Maybe less than that. I don't know. It depends on how much I'm resupplying and all that. How lucky I get with, like, prayer and food drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then all that. Yeah, so, I mean, it's a fairly fast pet, I'd say. The long part, and the reason why I wanted to go for the Slayer pets first, is the long part about Slayer pets is not actually the bosses themselves. It's all the time in between bosses when you're just doing random tasks, or like point boosting to get the tasks you want, or like Turiel skipping. So it's more to do with all the downtime between pets than it is with the bosses themselves. Out to hit the saturated heart again. Three seconds left on that. $80 kills left in the task, and then maybe we get a back-to-back task. That'd be nice if we don't get the pet here. Unfortunate, he moved up on us, so we gotta come back a little bit farther. What should I eat? I will probably make myself some ramen after the stream and have that for dinner. I have half an onion in my fridge that I gotta use, and then the way I do up my instant ramen is kind of like absolutely not the right way to cook ramen, but it's fine for me. I take a little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic, some red pepper flakes, and 1 or 2 eggs, depending on how many eggs I have. And I don't make soy eggs. I probably should learn how to make soy eggs, but I think you soft boil the egg and then you marinate it in soy sauce, right? And they turn out really good if you do it right, but I'm no good at... I'm not the best cook ever, so I don't know how well they would turn out. But the ramen place that I go to sometimes is... it's got really good ramen and soy eggs, and they do the whole, like, 24-hour broth thing. So, I'd rather, if I want good ramen, I'll go to a place where I can get them to cook it for me, because I am not the best cook. I mean, when I worked at a fry place, chicken wing place, I was a prep cook, and so I was prepping all the sauces and all the vegetables and toppings and all that. And they didn't ask like, oh, do you have any experience like in the kitchen? They were like, do you have any restaurant experience? And I'm like, well, I worked as a busser. Spicy or extra spicy? That depends, right? Usually just regular spicy. Because I'm not a masochist. And I'd rather be able to, like, finish the food I'm having rather than be, like, crying through it and being like, I ordered it, so I have to finish it. But they have something called the Tokyo Tongatsu ramen that's a little bit spicy, but not too spicy, and I enjoy that quite a bit. And for chicken wings, I like mango habanero sauce, where it's like it's all right, it's decently spicy, but it's also very sweet. So I like that for my wings. I'm not like crazy about spiciness. There's like some people who like ghost pepper and 10,000 Scoville unit sauce, and it's like why? That just seems like you're trying to impress someone at that point. If you're like, I can take the ghost pepper hot wings, and it's like, oh, okay, but do you enjoy them? And you can see their face turning red and they're sweating and they're like, yeah, man, they're delicious. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna say you're lying that they're not good. I'm just like, how much pain are you willing to tolerate for, like, a decently tasting chicken wing? You know? Ugh. For me, it's not too much. Another saturated heart. Hit the freeze, maybe. He's dead already. Gold ore, we'll take that. I feel like a lot of spiciness is like kind of a gimmick. Like at a certain point of, I enjoy the show Hot Ones. Hot Ones I think is a really fun show. Because it's like Hot Ones is a really good way to like measure at what point does a hot sauce change from being like, oh, it's pretty spicy but it's still tasty, to like, okay, now it's more spicy than and you can sort of see the scale of where like the scales tip from being tasty and spicy to being spicy just for the sake of being extra hot. One of my favorite episodes is Steve-O. I think Steve is a really cool guy. Where he's like, he's doing it and he's like getting through it, and then at the end of it, he pours the hottest hot sauce into his eyeball. And it's like, okay, yeah, I mean, that's sort of his brand, is to do crazy stuff that's a little bit self-destructive. But like, that stuff could like make you go blind, I bet. I don't know, I wouldn't be doing that. You had a favorite ramen place? It closed during COVID. That's too bad. A lot of places closed during COVID, which is really upsetting because like most of the places that closed down were like local places or like locally owned places. People that like really couldn't weather that kind of hardship, which is really unfortunate because it really takes away from the community when like a locally owned business sort of goes under. Can I get the freeze here? Another crystal key. Yeah, I think after this this task, I'm gonna go to Prif Dennis and use all my crystal keys with some crystal shards and see if I can't get lucky at the what is it? The amethyst rune armor? Something like that. Not because I like think it's good money or anything. It's just well, it's alright money. Those chests are not like horrible, but it's more for the collection log and the flexing on everyone like, hey, check it out, I got this cool drop. Ah, dang. Tuna potato disappeared right as I was going to grab it. Yeah. Dragonstone, that's the one. Why was I thinking... I was thinking amethyst because it's purple, but yeah, it's the Dragonstone rune armor. Thank you. I forgot for a second. 3, 2, 1... I said earlier it's probably about like 100 kills an hour. Since I've been streaming for about an hour and 15 minutes, I've got through maybe... start was 155. I'm probably going a little bit slower anyway because I'm streaming and talking and wasting time, but I'd say maybe like 80 kills an hour is more realistic. At least while I'm a little bit distracted with stream. But I've never been like a max efficiency kind of guy. Let's grab those magic logs. Like the most sweaty method that that I'll consistently do is like 2-tick harpooning, which is how I got like 92. But when I'm doing other stuff, I'll just fish cromblons, which I find a lot. It's nicer. Ooh, Sandfuse. Sandfu. Then we can drop the toad fleck. No. We'll drop the dark crab and grab the other Sandfu. But usually I hold on to the Sandfus and I don't use them during these tasks because they are... What are they at right now? 16k compared to Superstore. Yeah, they're not that much more expensive. Might as well use them anyway. But they are useful for like the Nightmare and challenge mode raids, which is what I've been getting. Hey, Smoke Battle Staff. That's nice. Oh yeah, there's a lot more content, especially in the early and mid game. There's a lot more content. Moons of Peril is a really good update. I like that a lot. That's probably where I'm gonna try and go for first, because I'm starting an Iron Man. I'm getting to the point in my account where like I only really have Herblore left as a skill that I really need to grind out, and the rest of them are a lot easier to AFK. Well, the AFK skills are still coming. I'm thinking I'm gonna do the active skills first, or maybe switch between like an active skill and a passive skill. Right now what I want to do is get base 92s, because if I get base 92s, then I can just pick one skill and just stick to it until I'm 99. And I feel like that's a good way to max. Just sort of bouncing between the skills until I'm maxed, but there is going to be a lot of downtime for like fishing if I'm going to go for fishing, or woodcutting. Especially woodcutting. I feel like I could knock out a good number of quests on the Iron Man while going for 99 woodcutting, you know? But I'd say, you know, if you want to check out the new content, just jump right into it, because a lot of it is really good. I don't think there's been a content update that I've hated, really. I'm trying to think of thinking over the past 2 years. I'm not the biggest fan of TOA, and it's nothing to do with the raid itself. It's more to do with, like, I want to push higher invocations, but I'm bad at the game, so so I keep fucking up and dying at the higher invocations. But if I'm just going for, like, a casual 150, 200 raid, it's a good time. It's a fun raid. Ancient Staff. I think Giant's Foundry was a good update. I used Giant's Foundry to get a good way towards 99 smithing, and then I think I did gold smithing at Blast Furnace the rest of the way. One update that I wasn't that big a fan of was the Mastering Mixology. It was alright. I didn't do it too much. I just did it enough to unlock the potion storage, which I thought was a really good addition to the bank, because it cleared up a whole bunch of bank space. And it's also very useful for... I like the rewards for mastering mixology. I'm not a big fan of the activity itself. But I'm sure it's really good for irons. You know, gotta switch to the shadow. Ruined Battle Axe. Back to the shadow. Oh, somebody got graceful legs in the clan. Stretch out a little bit. You're focusing on collection log right now. Collection log is a good way to progress. I feel like there's a lot of ways to like measure your progression in old school. For me, I like to do it by pets, right? Because I feel like if I get the pet at something, then I've sort of done it enough to know how to do it and sort of mastered it. Even if I haven't, I feel like if I went back to go for the combat achievements at something that I got the pet at, I'll be like, okay, I know what I'm doing here. You know? And also, just pets are cool to have, and showing off all the pets that you got is kind of a flex. Like, when I got the Chambers of Zarek pet, it was fairly early on. I was like 200 KC. So I was still learning a lot about the raid while getting the pet, when I got the pet. But it sort of instilled confidence in other people that I knew what I was doing when I came to the raid with the pet out, because they're like, oh, he's got the pet, he must have done this quite a bit and know what he's doing. When I mean, there's always more to learn about raids. But that kind of instilled, it also gave me confidence, like, yeah, I got the pet, I've gotten purples, I know what I'm doing. But there are some pets, like, I got really spooned on the giant mole pet. I got it at 177 KC. And that was my second pet besides, what was it? I got Chaos Elemental first. That was my first pet. Which I don't really count because Chaos Elemental is, it's not hard at all. The only thing that's hard about Chaos Elemental is, the PKers out there. That's what makes it difficult. Nice, Volcano and Wintertod. Volcano's nice. I like how they updated it to where you can either go for loot or more XP now. And I do gotta go for Wintertod pet as well. That's one of my next grinds is 99 fire making. And I'm gonna do that all at solo Wintertod, because solo Wintertod has the best chance at, has better points per hour than Mass Worlds. You get more points, and more points means more chances at the pet. So that's what I'll be doing to 99's fire making. I just recently got the Gatizo pet, which isn't like strictly a Slayer pet, but it's a Slayer dungeon, and you get the a lot of the totem pieces from Slayer monsters, especially like superior Slayer monsters. So, yeah, it might as well be a Slayer pet. And again, the thing with Skatizo, along with all the other Slayer pets, is it's the time in between killing the boss that really slows it down. Grimy Toadflax. Oy. Excuse me, gonna get some water. Nothing much. Gonna have a few goldfish, because, I'm a bit hungry. Even if I do get a back-to-back task, I think I'll end stream after this task is done. Just because it's like 10 o'clock at night, and I gotta get myself something to eat. Of course, we might be done with the pet grind before we even finish out this task. It's always a possibility. Yeah, so I don't know. I should make I could make spaghetti, macaroni. Oh, the Ice Ancient Scepter. Yeah, so the Ancient Scepter comes from the Desert Treasure 2 bosses. They drop, like, a gem that's associated with one of the types of ancient spells. And if you use them to cast their associated ancient spell, then they have, like, a boosted effect. Like, the Ice Ancient Scepter, the one I'm using, freezes the target for longer. The Blood Ancient Scepter can overheal you to 108 instead of just healing you up to full. And then the Smoke and the, what's the other one? I forget what the other ones do, but, Ice and Blood Scepters are probably the most useful out of all of them. And then this one is just Shadow of Tumakin, and that's from Tombs of a Mascot. Perfect. Some more tuna potatoes. That lengthens our trip a little bit. And I think I will dip into these Sandfuse. I don't think there's any reason why I need to. I remember when Sandfuse were like 40, 50k a piece. But now there's just so many ways to get them. A lot of them drop from the wilderness Excuse me. A lot of them drop from the wilderness bosses. That's another one that I'm kind of looking forward to, is the wilderness boss grinds. Because the way they balance it out for the wilderness bosses is their drop rates are a little bit easier because you are risking, like, all your gear out in the wilderness. And you get to use your wilderness weapons, which hit way harder out there. Hit the saturated heart. Like, even in my, like, budget gear, so that if I get PK'd, I don't lose that much. You can hit 70s on, like, Calvarion and Vidion. And then Callisto, it also lets you make the Void Waker, which is a very good spec weapon. Which I wouldn't mind trying to make a Void Waker from scratch. That's also why I kind of want to do the Desert Treasure bosses, is, I already made one of the Soul Reaper axes, but I do want to finish off my second Soul Reaper axe, because I have one of the pieces, and I just need the pieces from the other 3 bosses for it. Although the pieces are very rare, I'm going for the pets anyway, so why wouldn't I go for another Soul Reaper axe? I already have one of the pets from, what's it called? From the Leviathan. But I got the Leviathan pet at like 40 KC. That's probably my luckiest pet so far. How many pets do I have? I have 17. 17 so far. That could change right about now if Thermy wants to be nice to me. No, just giving me some air runes. But yeah, a lot of my pets are Slayer pets. And then I got super lucky at Kriara. Kriara's a 1 in 5,000 and I got it at like 200 something. Arachnus was also very lucky. All the pets that I have, besides like Kraken and thinking what else? Kraken I went kind of dry. Yeah, Kraken's basically the only pet that I've gone over rate for so far. So the other two that I'm over rate for are a new boss called Araxor, which is sort of a backport from RS3. And Thermy. Thermy's the only other one that I'm really overrate for. Everything else I got underrate. I'm thinking about like all the bosses and content that's gonna open up for me after I'm done with Slayer, because I've sort of locked myself to the Slayer pet grind. I just feel like after I'm done with the Slayer pet grind, there's so many places I can go, so much content I can do. Like, I could go for Nex, and Nex is really good money. If I stick at, like, free-for-all Nex for a long time, I'd definitely make enough money to get all the Mega Rares, because I already have T-Bow and Shadow, and I just need to make enough GP to buy myself a Scythe. And I don't know what I should get first, is like a Scythe or full what, not Virtus, the other one, the melee version of Virtus. You know what I'm talking about? Not the thing you use Bandos components on. The melee armor that drops from Nex. I'm forgetting the name at the moment. 2, 3. Virtus, I think. No, Virtus is the mage armor. Why do we keep thinking Virtus? Oh well, I'll figure it out. But I'm not gonna be doing any other solo content or solo bosses until I'm done with all the Slayer pets, which could take me a couple of months, could take me a couple of days. Need to do a Hispori pet. I mean, Hispori can occasionally drop the Tangle Root, but I think Hispori would be a similar thing to, like, if Hispori had a standalone pet, it would be similar to Skatizo, but for farming. Because it would probably have a low drop rate, but because Hispori seeds are hard to get, that would kind of be the limiting factor of why the pet was hard to get. Probably the one more kill this trip, maybe 1 or 2 more kills, depending on how much HP I have left after this. And then we might round out the stream going for some Dragonstone rune armor. And show me the pet, maybe, possibly, if you're being nice to me, Thermy. One more kill this trip, and then we'll go bank and resupply, and we should be able to finish out the task after one more resupply. Might take me a couple of days to get another task that I actually want to do, because there's only 2 left, so I might be doing some don't know whether I want to do some Turiel skipping or if I want to do some Konar boosting, because Konar boosting is pretty similar. And I don't want to give up my task streak. That's the thing, is if I go to Konar, or the replacement for Konar now, I guess. But if I do Konar skipping, then I'm gonna lose my task streak. And that's not gonna be great. Yeah. Using magic is a bit easier than using melee, because you can just stay here for longer and the trips aren't as bad. 2, 3, and yeah, that'll be this trip. Rune chain body. Hit the pool. And we can deposit all of this. Dump all of this away. And 2 smoke battle staves in the bank. Okay. What was I getting? I want to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the rest of that. And back to it. 29 kills left. We'll see if we get lucky. Have a feeling we're gonna have to keep going, but you never know. Each kill is an independent roll on the drop table, and any of the kills could be the right one. Alright. Hit the heart. Hit the freeze. Hit the shadow. And turn on augury. Camping augury isn't that bad for here. You got plenty of prayer bonus. Right. Freeze. Shadow. "28 kills left, and then I'll probably end stream." Oh. Excuse me. No, I said I was... Ugh. Said I was gonna go do, crystal keys, wasn't I? Yeah, I'll do that. Frozen? Sorry, I just had to reply to someone on Discord. Drop that, pick up that, reset the despawn timer. And that should be the kill. Hey, occult necklace. That's nice. Drop that, pick up that. Doing some A Patrol, like 1500. Ooh. The agility course? That agility course I don't think is too bad. And you get the backpacks for it as well. The monkey backpacks where they just cling onto your back. That's a fun one. I feel like no matter what you do for agility, it's not going to be a bad way to do it, because it's a pretty slow skill. So it's like, oh, are you getting 60k per hour doing sort of a relaxed method, or are you getting 80k per hour doing a super sweaty method? Like, I'll take the relaxed method, you know? Great. Let's grab those soul runes. Let's grab the rune battle axe. Soul runes are stackable, but rune battle axe is better alk. And I don't think we're gonna get like a ton of soul rune drops right after one after the other to make stacking them up worth it. Smoke runes. Ugh. I don't want to say too much about the person coming to visit, because I don't know how much they'd like to reveal, but I will be... they invited me to a rave, and I don't know. I'm not a big fan of raves. Like, I'm not a big fan of crowds and loud noises and flashing lights. It's just stressful for me. I don't really enjoy it that much. So I politely declined, but I think they're gonna probably have a good time with the rave. I've been to a few concerts and stuff. I think concerts are fun because it's more of I guess it's similar. I've been to a few concerts, but I only really go to concerts where like I know the band and I really like it, and a lot of the times it's a smaller band. Um, like I've gone to a few shows for my sister and her band, and those were always cool. And then there's a French band in like 2016 and 17, maybe around there. And they were touring in the US. And it was a smaller venue, but it was really cool. Um, Caravan Palace, if you've ever heard of them, they do like a mix of acoustic and techno. It's very cool. Oh, raids? No, I love doing raids. I was talking about raves. Yeah. I've actually been getting a lot of people who I know on my like on Discord that I know to like come do Chambers of Zarek with me because I need to get the transmog kit for the Ulm pet, and to do that you need to do challenge modes. And so I'm trying to train up everyone in the Discord to get good at Chambers so I can take them to challenge mode raids. And tuna potatoes, that's nice. I also need to get my Infernal Cape. That's something that I haven't done. I have the T-bow, I have all the gear that I realistically would need to go get it. I just need to buckle down and quit complaining and go freaking do it. But it's just not fun for me, you know? I don't think it's fun to be stuck there for like 2 hours and being like, oh, I gotta solve this wave, and then as soon as I get like a little bit of a reprieve, I need to solve the next wave, and every single wave is just, ugh. Rufus de Sol. I don't think I've heard of them. I can look them up right now. Rufus de Sol. I mean, sorry, I'm taking a whole bunch of damage because I'm looking up this band. I'll play something. Oh yeah. I'll check them out. I mean, they sound like more of a, not like techno or house, but more sort of atmospheric. I don't know how to. I'm not good at describing music, but more relaxed techno. It sounds like to me, which you know, I like that kind of stuff. And let's rearrange the inventory a little bit. 16 kills left on the task. Yeah, but I remember for my senior prom, I was going to no, it was my junior prom. Uh, we had rented out a place to go do the dance and everything, and it was just so loud and so many lights and so many people, and I was just like, I'm not having fun here, so I just sat outside and chatted with some friends the whole time because it's just like, ugh, I don't know. I don't want to be like, oh man, concerts are terrible, because I know a lot of people enjoy them. It's just not for me. I did see there's a radio station near where I live, and they had a uh, there's a place called the Hollywood Bowl in LA. And there was like a day-long concert with a whole bunch of bands, like I think it was Alice in the Machine and Muse and Panic at the Disco and a whole bunch of like mid 2000s bands. Uh, oh yeah, might go too deaf early, but that was like a whole day long sort of music festival. It was, yeah, it's more of a music festival than like a concert, which I liked better because there was like 3 different stages and there were different bands playing at different times. And if you got tired of the music or the crowd got too rowdy or whatever, you could go to like the food trucks, and you know, it was more of a festival than a straight out concert. So I enjoyed those because it, for me, it's nice to have a little bit of space to like step away and get some air if you get a little bit overwhelmed. But that was a great experience there. Let's grab that fire staff. I also saw, and this is this is gonna be fairly nerdy of me, but I saw Prairie Home Companion live. Prairie Home Companion is like it's an NPR show that's like an anthology sort of storytelling show that they do live and they sell tickets for it live, but they also broadcast it on the radio, and so I managed to go see that live, and that was interesting because they do a whole production where it's like they have the band and they have like the speaker, and they're doing like the storytelling and whatnot, but they also have like a Foley guy or like a team of guys who are doing the sound effects, and and so it was really fun to watch. Like they had big like pieces of metal, and there was a box full of broken dishes that the guy would stick like a wooden spoon into and like crank it around to make like the sound of broken glass. Um, so it was really cool to see, like, it was a whole like radio show studio but on stage and live. I thought that was really cool. I remember there was some controversy with the lead guy who did Prairie Home Companion. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I'm pretty sure they replaced him. And I'm not sure if they still do that show anymore. They might have switched it out for another one. More Sanfus, that's nice. 8 kills left in the task. Let's see if we can't get lucky here. Smoke runes, not what we're looking for. How much are noxious halberds? They're 35 mil. I could probably sell something and afford that. I'll check what's in my bank, because I want to get a noxious halberd to go back to Vardorvis. That might be what I do tonight after stream, is some Vardorvis, because Vardorvis is pretty good money. Yeah, I can definitely get a noxious halberd. I already made one from scratch. That's sort of what I like to do when a new piece of content comes out, is sort of grind it until I get the drops all from scratch. Which is probably going to be a little bit of a problem with Yama coming out, because Yama is a duo boss, so we'll probably be... Oh yeah, definitely. It's a bit of both. It's orchestra, storytelling, and all sort of mixed together. But Yama's going to be a duo boss, so I'm sure whoever I'm duoing with is going to want to split out the rewards, if we do get the rewards. And of course, we'll have to wait and see what the drop rate is looking like on those things. And apparently there's going to be like a contract system. I don't know what they mean by a contract system. Maybe like an invocation system. We'll have to wait and see what Yama looks like when it comes out. I think in 2 weeks? Yeah, in 2 weeks it'll be coming out. Rune dagger. 4 kills left. Perfect, got the freeze. Alright. But I'm excited. There's plenty of people in a Discord that I'm part of that they said they'd be interested in doing Yama day 1. And I really hope we do get a drop day 1, because those rewards are going to be stupid inflated. Every time a new piece of content drops, the rewards for it are really highly inflated the day it comes out. When you do your Iron Man, will you do a YouTube series? Yes, actually. So right now I'm in free-to-play, and I'll do a summary of like what I got done in free-to-play, because free-to-play is like super simple and kind of boring. Everyone's seen it. And I don't know exactly when I actually want to start my Iron Man, but I do want to have it for when I do want to start it. But I'll finish free to play, and then that'll be the start of my Iron Man, because I don't want to jump straight into members, especially while I'm still grinding pets actively on this account. And you can do a lot in free-to-play. One of the things I'm thinking of doing to get like an early start on my mining and crafting is to do shooting stars and just AFK shooting stars on the iron until I'm ready to like actually get into it. And then when I like start the series, I'll have a bunch of mining levels and a bunch of gems to cut for early crafting levels, and that'll really help out with that stuff. And then probably the things I'm thinking of doing first are like going for Temporos to 99, Hunter Rumors to 99, and there it is. No pet this task. Oh well. Do Hunter Rumors to 99 Hunter. Do Winter Taught to 99 Fire Making. And do Thermy, not Thermy, Temporos to 99 Fishing. Because that'll set up the account really well for the rest of the game. Let's go Grand Exchange. And what were we gonna do? Oh yeah, that goes on the loot tab. Let's grab out our teleport and our Slayer cape. Throw that on. Teleport to Slayer Master. Can you give me a back-to-back task? Chaos Fanatic. That's fine. Kill 3 of those. Okay. To finish off the stream here, I said I was going to go do some crystal keys, so let's go ahead and do that. What will we need for that? We'll need our 12 crystal keys, we'll need crystal shards, might as well take out the construction cape and take ourselves to Prifdidus. And then the singing bowls are over this way. Sing at the singing bowl. And see if we can't get lucky. We're probably gonna have to do a couple trips here because it fills up your inventory rather fast. See, like that. Look at all those runes. You know what? I'm just gonna open all of them, let it all stack up. Yeah, nothing. Oh well. I mean, we could sing this last one into a crystal. Yeah, might as well. We'll sing the last one into a crystal key and see if we can't get lucky with that very last one. And go ahead and bank everything. But crystal keys are decent money, especially if you're not buying them, if you're just collecting them. Take all of this stuff. A lot of loop path to keys, and what's that? A U seed. Okay. Well, didn't get lucky there, didn't get lucky at Thermy, but next time I get a Slayer pet, or a Slayer monster that I can get a pet at, which is Araxor and Thermy, then I'll probably go live and do another stream. But in the meantime, it's mostly just skipping tasks and doing a whole bunch of boring tasks to try and get the tasks that we want. So I don't feel like that's very important. And I also, for stuff like that, I like to, you know, watch a movie or do something else on the side while I'm doing that. But yeah, that'll do it. No, go away, Quizmaster. That'll do it for this video, this stream. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you had a good time. It was great chatting with you, especially you, Swalo48. Yeah, so I'll see you next time, and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye. Bye-bye.